What's up, everyone? Thanks for checking us out again.
Can you be a checker-outer? Can you checker-outer?
Kev? That's official title.
That's a funny thing. I just got sent something that says drunk people doing things.
Drunk people what?
Doing things. It looks like dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
It's,
wasn't some
they're
weirdo,
only doing
wasn't
dangerous
some
things.
weirdo thing that I got sent. It was
Yeah.
funny.
I mean,
I don't get sent weirdo things.
that's not true. You're on a text chain with these
I
two
don't know what the
guys.
hell you're talking
Well,
about.
actually, yeah, you said some weirdo things.
Thanks for hanging out with us on a Tuesday night. People were like, hey, why do they look so relaxed and not talking about the Redskins just quite yet? Don't worry, we're about to get started.
We're getting there.
Bryce
We're
Harper's in
transitioning.
town. Max Scherzer's on the mound. It's raining. It's cold. It's April.
Oh, I look chunky on
Seriously.
this.
Is this Weather's April Fool's joke? Maybe?
I don't get sent weirdo things. We're gonna have to. I might have to edit that out.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about words that come out of your mouth.
It sounded weird when I said earlier that I got sent thing called drunk people doing things.
Drunk
and
people doing things.
And it sounds like it could be weird things. It wasn't weird things. It was funny things. I was just clarifying.
You're inspiring me to say really weird shit here. For the next
Yeah,
25,
well, maybe
35 minutes.
I'm deviously conniving and
I wouldn't put it
strategic
past you.
that way.
I wouldn't put it past you.
It's like subliminal message.
Say something weird.
You know what? I think I turned the comments on for this show. Someone
All
please
right.
check. I apologize
show.
for asking you this. Is it possible for you to check to see if that's in fact true? I wanted to make sure that I did that. I'm sorry. If anyone's watching this point in time, throw a comment our way. See if it actually is turned on. I think it is. It should be.
You want me to monitor it?
Here.
Yeah. Can someone comment? I don't know what it looks like when you have my bodyguard ass kicking a bully. 30 WWE wrestlers. This is what comes up when you watch us. All these are all the things below, or is this just because you liked watching World Dangerous Idiots Excavator Heavy Equipment Operator
Did you
Skill?
send me the drunk people doing things?
No, I didn't know. This is on our thing. There's fat guy in a little coat, but he's not wearing anything else. You don't want to click on that.
Also, I see. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'm doing it for Keegan and John Tier and Ricky right off the bat. We're going to get this worked out. We're going to get it all worked out.
Yeah, there we are. We're live right there.
I know we're live, but I always want to see if people can put comments on there.
Turn it down.
All right, here we go. Thanks for hanging out again on yet another Tuesday night, rainy basement podcast studio evening in Kensington, Maryland. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Marangolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
And apparently T wants it to get weird, so I'm ready to oblige.
T, you asked for it.
Just for the no. That just for the record, I didn't ask for it.
The request was
I
made.
don't think.
The request was made. You're wearing your DeMatha Pride.
So Capitol
Shirt.
Hill of you with that past answer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do have a live chat happening.
Good. All right. Good.
James
It's working.
Rainey says I always have rainy nights.
Thank you, James. What
Good
sandwich
Good
would you
evening,
eat
sir.
on a night like tonight? I think a good sandwich for a rainy April night. You're not going winter time cold you're not going grilled cheese and soup. Not in April, but you want something warm. I'm thinking a Philly cheesesteak on the night they come into town. Chicken, not steak. I don't know.
I don't mind going open faced in April. I don't give two shits.
All right.
He says hot pastrami and Swiss.
Yeah, that's
See,
a good one.
People are interacting with our show.
Good. Thank you. That's what we
I
need.
can't find it.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, James. I've said that a million times in my life. And it's been true every time. I'm Ken
That's a
Marangolo.
fact.
This is the Audible. This is our off-season on the brink coverage of the Redskins, Washington Redskins. That is off-season. That is. There's a lull. We're calling it the lull in between some things, but.
I mean, the only reason I know it's Tuesday is between Luke, my 9-week-old son, and work. The only reason I know it's Tuesday is because I'm here.
Because you're here.
Yeah.
You look around, it just feels like it's right.
I think it's because I'm here.
See, that just got weird.
But
I
that's,
know.
But it's only the beginning of the weird. It's not like we're not like
I mean, it
all
wasn't
the way
even.
into the
Yeah,
weird.
no, I know it's not even close to as weird as you can get, but
Like just deep weird. But we're gonna get there, D.
but
Don't
yeah,
worry.
it's just a bad time for football. At this, I'm almost like at this particular moment because it's not quite close enough to the draft to get into the weeds, really. You know, I mean, you
That's
just
right.
hear all this crap going on and everything.
Oh, I'm in the weeds. I have fans spoken
They're weirdos
probably
out there.
300 times.
You're doing drafts, doing trades?
No
are you
trades.
mixing any trades?
No, I'm
I
not
don't like
doing
to do the
that.
trades
No,
on
no,
FanSpeak.
No, you kind of let that,
Yep.
wash over yourself with how you're selecting. But no, Denver's not proposing a trade for this, that, or the other. I know that. John Elway did not just get in touch with me. I like to just go and see the names, get familiar with these guys, and I'm telling you, if you have ADD, it will not stop once you start. It's
Yeah.
Pringles,
And then all of a
brother.
sudden, like there's like some wide receivers that you could draft in the second round that could actually play for the Washington Redskins.
In fact, Ken,
Yeah, go ahead.
Garrett Bradbury,
Okay.
NC State center, freak athlete, blah, blah, doesn't have to be a center. Now, in these things, he's listed as a center, but, man, I've been scooping him up in the second round. 6'4",
Yes.
306, ridiculous athlete. Everyone says he's an instant starter in the league and
Yep.
has a hell of a career ahead of him. He
You're
doesn't need
saying
to
at
play,
left guard and a backup center?
I'm saying he doesn't need to play center for us. He needs to play what he's listed as.
It's good to have somebody who has the versatility to be a center.
Yeah, he can play. He can play all three interior O-line positions. Freak athlete, guaranteed start in the NFL right away.
And no offense to left tackles that are out there, but I've always felt as a quarterback, a commentator, whatever, coach, the centers are always the ones that are the most cerebral, understand the game best. Kind of an anchor, as a cliche, but an anchor to the line. If you have more of them,
There's a kid out of Clemson too, I believe, is going to be in the second round. I wanted to say his name was Christian something or other, and I can't pull it.
Well, Christian Wilkins is their first round D lineman.
It's not. So
I
it's
know,
not
he's a
him.
stud, but that might be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Clemson. Maybe it's just ACC. Maybe I'm getting that.
It's Garrett Bradbury from NC State.
Garrett Bradbury from NC
Yeah.
State, but there's
He's-
I guess the point I think that's awesome is that the Washington Redskins can draft an offensive lineman with their second round pick who has a chance to start for the Washington Redskins in the
Eric
first year.
McCoy. Is that who you're thinking of?
I don't think so.
It's another center that can play all over the place.
Yeah.
And then you got Jonah Williams and Cody Ford, left tackles who project to be guards.
That's
in the
right.
NFL. So.
I think it gives the Redskins a lot of options. And once again, the talk of the town. In fact, there's two talks of the town because you have the the question of whether or not the Redskins will trade up in the first round to get a quarterback, which I hope they don't. Which we can.
it's not going to happen.
We can talk about that.
Slam my junk in the door.
It's the worst year to do it. It's the worst
It's
year
the worst.
to do it.
It's almost
the worst.
never.
Just in
It's
case
almost never a
they,
good thing to
they
do.
see it or somebody posts it somewhere or sends it to it's the worst year to do it. Don't
T
do it.
said, "Don't do it."
Jeez.
I don't think it's the right thing to do either.
Dan?
No.
Bruce, sit down.
This is them trying to
Listen.
And you know who
Put
they'd be
asses
going
in
after?
seats.
This is not the year to
They'd
do
be
it.
going after Haskins, which would make all of us even more unhappy. Not because we hate Haskins, it's just we don't think he's the
it's
savior.
We're
He's not
attacking
plug and
him
play,
personally.
No.
and we're not
We're
ready.
not even saying that he's bad. It's not the year for the Redskins to do that.
We have too many
Especially when-
holes.
yeah, there's
we
a
still
guy
need
that-
too much talent to be giving away top picks. Whether it's always a sketchy proposition to trade up for a quarterback because it costs a ton. You have to be able to withstand paying that cost. But on the other hand, the idea that Josh Rosen is still potentially on the market because the Cardinals are full steam ahead in some circles for Kyler Murray at number one. They've been doing nothing but diminishing the value of Josh Rosen in a trade. Here's why I would be willing to trade one of our third-round picks. I have no idea what it would cost. If we're talking about trading a third-round pick for Josh Rosen, there's going to be a lot of other teams lined up to probably make the same offer because if they trade him, the kid comes to that team on a 3-year deal worth $6 million. That's Josh Rosen's deal.
And that's why that's no longer the deal. And I'm not just saying
Yeah,
Arizona
it
has
can't
an
be a third
incredible
rounder.
smoke blower, but that third-round pick has now, within a week and a half, transformed into a second and has been rumored to be a first.
Yeah, there's no way I'm giving a first
Exactly.
to Josh Rosen.
But the reasons why you just
Exactly.
said are exactly why. People are going like, hey, wait a minute. Let's do our due diligence on this and not just let the Redskins be the only team mentioned with the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots, they're going to smell blood in the water.
Yeah, I mean, come
they're like,
on.
wait a second, you're giving away a first-round pick for a third-round pick? Yeah, we'll do that. So, and I think the back and forth, Greg, he's a longtime commenter and member of the Hogs Haven community, and he texted me about all these random things. He's in Jets territory, but he's a Redskins fan, and he heard it on some New York media outlets. I'm talking about the Redskins possibly doing a Rosen deal or being involved in it. He hates it. I for that price, I hate it too. But I think that even if we were to get a Josh Rosen and assuming that we did it for the right price, we're not. I mean, it's basically you got Case, Colt, and Josh. All three of them could be gone in a year. It could, and without there being too much
ride
salary
it out
cap
this year.
consequences.
This is not the year to be trying to replace.
You can't replace anybody.
Franchise.
The only thing you go is for cheap.
Or put in place your franchise code. This isn't the year.
The only reason why
this is not the year to do it.
We need cheap quarterbacks, but we can't pay first-round pick for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's pin the turd on the Bruce at this point.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that anymore.
James,
That was weird.
Jamie, but
But
that's
honest.
It is.
that's a game that a
That
lot
would
of
be
our
a great
viewers are
game, but it would
playing.
have-
Pin the
I
turd
think
on the
we have
Bruce.
We have to not use a tail. We got to come up with a better.
Gonna need gloves.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some gloves, and we're gonna need Bruce.
And I'm not getting blindfolded again this time, guys.
And I'm not getting Bruce.
That
so.
is. I'm just
You're
done
not getting
being blindfolded.
All right.
No more turd games where I get blindfolded.
Too many bad
Calm down.
experiences already, huh?
I've learned my
man.
lesson.
See,
I've learned my lesson.
Week 11.
that's why they call it live
week
and learn.
14.
Yes.
Ken. That's
Yes.
why that's.
Not just a
You
hat
know
rack.
what? You know who doesn't do that? Bruce and Dan. They don't live and learn.
No, they
you
don't.
know?
They do not live
No,
and
they
learn.
don't.
They also don't play games involving grabbing turds, I would
I
imagine.
know. I was trying to pull us back
I
around.
know,
to the-
I know. And I brought us right back to
Yes.
turds. You got it,
You were gonna
buddy.
make it
I
weird,
thought someone was
so-
going to say the turd sandwich was the right one to go with, but maybe it's not the right
We're
thing.
all full of this,
Yes,
Ken.
yes.
We're- More, please.
Who would you trade off the Redskins roster right now if you could?
Josh Norman.
I would not trade Josh Norman. I would for the first time in my Redskins fanship since we've had Jordan Reed. I've just thought in my head that now might be the time. I never want to get rid of him.
It's a better choice. It absolutely is.
But-
I'm just thinking of a guy that's got value that somebody will
Oh,
actually
yeah, sure.
really happily take and need.
He's the opposite of Josh Rosen in that his contract comes
That
in.
can garner the best return.
Yeah.
So I think it's Reed and Norman are probably at the top of the list of the two guys that you can get the most for.
Yeah.
Whether they're actually worth it or not, or they'll actually fulfill that, that's up to the team that takes them. But I don't know if it'll happen.
And I do like what Ken said about Gronkowski retiring and the market for Jordan Reed essentially improves because when you're that elite, it does. When one elite guy gets removed from the equation
Yeah, but-
and you're elite, forget about your
He ain't
injury.
gonna block like
I'm
Gronk.
just saying, well, no chance. No, not many tight ends ever have
And that's
in the history of the game.
That's what makes Gronk great at what he
it's-
does. Not
he's one of the
just
best
good,
ever.
but great at
He's
what
one
he
of the
does.
best ever.
Hall of Fame?
Will
he go to Hall of Fame?
You know what?
I debated
heard
this
it
in
the
my
other
head.
day on the
I think
radio.
yes.
It's Bavaro in 2008, 2018-19. I mean, that's what Gronk is, right? I mean, he's a guy. He's the true dual threat
With like
tight end.
6-inch longer arms.
Yeah.
And faster.
Bavaro
Yeah.
was huge.
I know, but
and
he was
nasty.
I know he was
In run
but,
and
but this
pass.
is 2.0 and
Oh no, that's my point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's when we grew up. I think Navarro was probably your
Mark
Gronk.
Bavaro.
Just not. Yeah, I mean, they didn't throw
I mean,
the
he was
ball
no
as much
Clint
back
Didier.
then. The tight end wasn't a focal point of the offense, but
I feel like Bavaro was more of a Yo Adrian one woman type of guy, whereas Gronk is like just.
I wasn't. Yeah, I
I was
wasn't really
confused him with Vince
comparing
Papal.
personalities.
Yeah, Bavaro was
He
so
looked like-
rocky.
He did.
Bavaro
He
was
did.
so rocky, but I know he did look like, but his demeanor was so like underdog, quiet.
Does Gronkowski make the Hall of Fame if he never plays again?
Yes.
Will he play again?
No.
Will he play again?
I don't think so.
I think he's playing again.
Will he do WWE or something like that?
If he does, I won't watch
no,
it.
that's all
much
he-
better chance.
Yes, he's doing all of that.
Yeah, he's done with football.
He's going to be saying no more than he says yes.
He's
going to be
done with
collecting
football.
checks from
Probably
everywhere.
ironically to save his body, but he's going to do something that's maybe
Oh,
even
yeah.
more dangerous.
The
or
dude
stupid.
destroys his body, and all of his off the field stuff. He's doing nothing but kill his body.
Exactly. I mean,
Destroy
playing
your body is
Actually,
just
playing
saying-
football could possibly prolong his life.
Well, hold on. Do you know what his party schedule is going to be without Belichick in his life?
That's my point. Playing football would probably
all right.
prolong his
I
life.
was hearing it the way I wanted to hear it. It probably would.
I
That's
think
one
he's
of the few
coming back.
people. He might.
I think he says, I'm going to get out of training camp. I'm going to get out of the first 6-7 games, and I'm going to show up
Nah.
for a playoff run
Nah.
and probably kill it.
Hey, man, when you're
Mr.
Gronk,
Griffith,
you
thank
can
you
do
for
stuff
joining,
like that.
buddy.
Yes.
You can Gronk the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And who cares? I love everything he does.
And if you're
I'm not
Belichick, I would actually take that.
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You got a guy coming back with no wear and tear for 8 months?
Yeah.
And you already know what he can do? God, he's not going to stop catching that ball with those gigantic stick-em hands he's got. Tom Brady's not going to stop throwing it to him.
Nope.
But I think he's done. I think if he goes off to Cancun for 6 months and he's on like UMTV Raps
Get
this
a
generation,
Ricky
whatever
Williams
show
it?
that would be.
Him and Ricky.
I don't know. I think he's just a beer drinking can crusher. I don't see him poking holes in it and taking 3 to the face. If you see what I'm saying.
Well, but he could. I mean, he absolutely could. And you know what? That's the thing. Like, we're going to be watching TV show, and the infomercial is going to be some Gronk bong that he's invented, and he's put his name on, and he's doing it on cruise ships where it's legal, Kevin. Where it's legal,
Hey,
obviously.
man.
I think he's coming back, and I think he should. But I think you know what? I think he should have orchestrated a suspension instead of a retirement. I mean, like going the Tom Brady route. When Tom Brady was able to miss the first 4 games because he was suspended for the first 4 games, I thought that was a great move.
Or the Michael
for Tom
Jordan
Brady.
route, he should pick up he should go play like lacrosse.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Just I don't know. There's a way he can work out getting in trouble.
No, I think he's going to go do things that are a lot more fun.
All right.
I
Well,
think he's doing a lot of things that are a lot of fun right now.
who's the Washington Redskin who's having the most fun, Gronk style, right now?
Oh, good question.
See if anyone comes up with something good there. I mean, I'm gonna say, Geis has got to be up there. We just don't know.
Geis might be the most fun, but I feel like he's just so innocent. I don't think he's like a part. I think he has fun at the bowling alley, shooting trick shots.
Not to get too sentimental or deep, but it might be Trent Williams today, who just found out that the potential malignant tumor on his head is
Thank God.
not. So whatever you're doing, Trent,
Yeah.
probably the happiest man on the squad.
Yeah. Yep.
No, that was scary.
But yeah, absolutely, absolutely scary. I mean, talking about Sean Taylor a lot recently, and I read that headline. It was like, whoa,
yeah.
that could have been awful.
Yeah.
Just awful. But happy it's not true, or happy it's not, a malignant tumor.
Let's
That
just-
he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And I hope you're enjoying yourself, Trent.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
deserve it.
Let's just hope it's not Reuben Foster. Like, no Reuben Foster.
No.
No fun for you, buddy.
Yeah, there are some guys
no fun
you
for a while,
don't
Reuben.
want to be having
All
a
right.
good time.
Fair enough.
Layden Collins is probably.
You know what?
Gonna live
I
it
bet
up.
it's Josh Norman.
Well,
I'm kind of
sure.
having a Josh Norman night, which is a little odd for me, but
He's got the dough for it. That's for sure.
Yep.
Is he the highest paid player? But not counting Alex Smith on the roster. Maybe Trent.
I think Trent. I should know this.
I know.
This is
I know.
chapping my ass.
But so I know that Norman's 11.5, 12 million for the last to write out his contract. So, and we paid full price there. I think my guess is some of the other guys.
It's got to be Norman. That deal was huge when he signed it, and it was well after Trent's.
Yep, full boat.
Trent's only got 2 more, so yeah, I'm saying it's Norman.
I put a little bit of a light on Jeremy Sprinkle this week. I wanted every week to put a guy out there that we have the ability to see return value to the Washington Redskins over and above what we're paying.
He needs to take another step in his game. He took a little bit of a step
That's
this
right.
last year.
He played 16 games.
He took a little bit of a step, certainly from his first year.
Yep.
But, I think he's a guy that could prove some worth, especially with Jordan Reed now. Kind of, I don't know how long he's going to be around, period.
Well, he's under contract for a little while longer. But
Just playing the game.
But
I
the
don't
problem with the good news for
know. Or that
Sprinkle
he'll
is
be a Redskin. I don't know.
he makes $700,000 against the cap this year, $800,000 against the cap next year. So for me, a guy who I think Jay Gruden is trying to figure out ways to utilize. He had a touchdown last year. He's not knocking it out and on the downfield side yet.
May I just say real quick?
Please.
That's the one thing that's that's where I think he has room. Where I think he can be that guy.
He can
At
go
Arkansas, he had glimpses.
Yeah.
He had plays. He had big plays in the passing game. He's been blocking his ass off for us, and when you play with two guys that are such proficient pass catchers as he has, there's been no real reason to utilize him in the passing game.
Look.
I think if we lose one of these two guys in some way, shape, or form, I think we get to see that side of him that we saw at Arkansas. I mean, he was nasty. He's a big, huge target.
The growth for a tight end in the pros is only in the passing game. You're either going to be a blocker or have the tools to be a blocker.
And he's a blocker.
Because if you're nothing but a blocker, you're likely a tackle. Okay, where you can grow as a tight end at the NFL level is in the passing game, just like Sprinkle's doing it. You get the reps in practice the first year. The second year, you start mixing it in a little bit. He's got to have a big step. He's got to have a significant contribution, but that potential is there because I think he has the tools to make it happen.
And it's been held back by having two ridiculous receivers.
Absolutely.
Maybe the best two receivers on our team at his position.
That's true.
So I really like that guy. I really hope, he got over the whole Belk incident, which I found, chalked it up to youth.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, the Redskins are going to need...
He's been a pro.
Yeah, the Redskins are going to need a guy like Sprinkle, somebody to fill a huge need for us at a low price, as you're saying, because he just worked his butt off to get there.
Yep.
You can't always just draft the number ones to come in, and you need other
We
guys.
need the blocking.
Yeah, exactly.
We need the blocking first and
exactly.
foremost because our other two guys, they're not blocking. We need the block. Adrian Peterson and Darius Geist to have any hope. We need a Sprinkle, contribution on the line of scrimmage.
And we also need our man Dunny to get healthy because at the contract he's playing at, it is not kicking our ass, and he could be an outstanding starting cornerback in this league if some weird nerve shit didn't happen in the shin bone.
I know.
And if that guy comes out ready to rock and roll and he's healthy with that contract that he's under as a starting cornerback in this league opposite Josh Norman, who's going to get worked, because Josh Norman's on one side, whatever, he's going to get worked on. That's a guy I think we get huge value from if healthy.
Yep.
Now, let me just say this. Taking a look at our
put him
message
in next
board,
week.
because I haven't seen him before. He may be a Redskins hater, may be a fan of another team. Just throwing it out there, says Redskins definitely going to finish last in NFC East.
Behind the Giants? Come on,
Just
man.
throwing it out there mid.
No Dell.
Mid-off-
There's no Dell
off-season.
Beckham Jr. out there.
They're committed to Eli potentially for the long term, is the word on the street. They're not ready to part ways with him.
That's not the first time I've heard this. This is something a lot of people have been talking
Yeah,
about.
well, they've been saying that forever.
No,
for the
it's
last,
true.
And we finish 500 every year, and everyone predicts us to be 4-12. The hatred is strong in these ones, and that's why we come down to the basement to dispute the hate.
I don't
Vegas
know.
has
I'm not
the
saying that D.
Giants.
Smith's hating on us or not. I'm just saying that's what he wrote.
Vegas has the Giants finishing worse than the Skins.
How about
in-
this?
In case
I will
people-
say this: if
people
he is
care about
listening,
that.
I don't get on social media all that often and accuse other things of finishing last in their thing. It's not really my thing.
He could be a
So,
Redskins fan.
I'm
What if
just
he's a
saying.
Redskin? If he's a
Oh,
Redskins fan that
oh.
thinks that, what do you say to him?
Welcome to the club. There's billions of them. T, you live here. Stop.
No.
The Redskin fans
Right.
are the ones that Hey, listen. I tell you what. If we're in week 2 in the playoffs, we'll be the first ones buying tickets at the tailgate, and we won't hear about it. And have deleted their Twitter account. I get it. It's frustrating as shit, and people deal with it differently. I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just not a get on social media and tell you how horrible you're about to be because I know. That's kind of why we try and come down here.
That's right.
And just talk for real. We're not down here saying we're going to the freaking Super Bowl.
Nope.
We've never done that. We've said let's get to that point where we can talk about that in this balanced league. Let's be in the mix at the end of the season. We've lost 25 and 26 dudes in the last 2 years. We had Mark Sanchez play quarterback for us last year. I know exactly what's up.
Oh my God, with his little purse dog. latte.
I will smack his mouth, purse dog, and purse as hard as I possibly can. At Montgomery Mall,
I
if see
can't
him
wait till we
tomorrow.
get a complaint from him or his handlers about his purse dog because I think we kind of made the myth
Handlers.
true.
If someone gets a videotape of someone tackling Mark Sanchez while holding a purse dog at a mall, we at First Amendment Sports
and a
promise to give
latte,
you
and a latte.
$100.
Nice. I like
You
that.
I was thinking about our
Ratchet
budget.
it down.
I promised for a Stephen A. Smith wedgie over to the head
$100.
and a punch to the ear hole, $1,000. I forgot to say punch to the ear hole. And Alex Rodriguez, you can catch a big whopping bag of shit off the forehead for you name the price, Ken. We'll Plinko it.
I gotta be
We'll come here
careful
for
because
Plinko.
People are gonna do it. I mean,
Please do it.
we started with turds. We're ending with
Talking
turds.
about weird, we just went to
Yeah.
shit to the head.
Yeah, we don't talk about this place as a
Good
shitty
Lord.
sports town when you're
not a bad
Alex
sports
Rodriguez,
town.
when you're a centaur He has a portrait of himself as a centaur over his bed.
Right above.
He cheated on everything.
Have
Sports.
you never
family,
imagined yourself
life.
as one? I mean,
A
seriously.
centaur?
Never as a centaur.
Now you're getting weird, dude. Now I want to picture you as a centaur. What just happened? Why are we doing
picture
this?
myself as a centaur later tonight. I don't know. Now sounding like a really good idea. Hey, I haven't walked in 30-some years, all right? Let me think about walking on 4 legs, please.
I have no words.
Don't deny me
I
that.
have no
Do
words.
some galloping.
Things just got weird. And
not-
I
you're
did
making
it.
it.
I did it. I'm sorry. I was
All right.
warning against
Do you
weirdness
milk a
tonight.
centaur? Or is
You can milk anything with nipples. Kevin, that's a fact. We all know this to be true.
Well, listen. The
Well,
last
you
centaur I
can't.
want to milk is A-Rod.
Sure.
Maybe we can.
That was A-Rod was the parting shot on all of our shows this week because he attacked our sports town. I want to say thank you to you guys for hanging out on a Tuesday night to talk some Redskins. We are inside draft month. It's April 2nd. We will be covering live. We'll be doing a Thursday show and a Friday show. Friday will be from here. One of the most fun nights of the year. I can't wait for it. Actually, I'm pretty excited. I believe that's April 26th.
I'm going to nerd my ass off.
Oh,
that
yes.
night. I
Oh, yes.
cannot wait.
Thursday, I don't know where we'll be yet. If you are barkeep somewhere or you have a spot where you want to do a live draft show, let us know.
Or a
We'll figure
kid's
it out.
party, or a
Kids'
bar
parties,
mitzvah.
bar mitzvahs,
We'll
of
do
course.
whatever. We'll come draft the shit out of something.
Your kid can walk around a centaur right
Oh,
around
God,
the yard.
don't milk
It'll be
it. Don't
centaur
milk it.
rides for everybody.
A non-milkable centaur.
Well, that's we're gonna have our lawyers checking it.
That's
out.
really rare.
Is a boring.
Really
is a
rare.
really boring centaur. I, would
I mean,
imagine.
it's
Yeah.
he's got nothing
Not the
to say.
centaur you want.
I hate Alex Rodriguez. He made us do all this. I blame him for everything that just happened the last 10 minutes.
I think that's fair. In the next 10 minutes, come right back to the basement and hang out with us for the Hot Box with Kevin and
Where-
Darren McClinton. Which
They're not here.
They must be outside.
Where are they?
They can't. They don't want to talk. They don't want to handle this.
It's freezing outside. There's no way those two are.
No, no. They're either in the car or they'd be right here.
No. Yeah.
If you're watching
I
the
don't
show, Kevin and Darren, we're just about to wrap it up. Why don't you come on in?
They might have turned around, headed back to Howard County.
Like,
after
wait a
this.
second, centaurs, shit bags to the face. Maybe we're just gonna sit this one out, guys.
We've hit rock bottom with Centaur.
We only have up to go.
He started it. A-Rod started it.
A-Rod did start it. All right. He's Kevin Ricca.
Oh, man. I've never said centaur before once in my entire life.
I didn't say Fogo one time this entire show.
Oh.
He's Tim Strack.
Hey, somebody wants you to grow sideburns behind your ears. I don't know. I don't know why.
Behind?
I don't know why, but it's there.
Gross sideburns
This
behind
is what happens
my
when you
ears.
join the chat. You ask for the chat, you get the chat.
You get the chat.
All right?
I love that you're. And have you commented on anything? Sideburns behind the ears. I'll work on it. We'll see what I can do. I get a good neck beard going if we really need to
Like
go with that.
McQuaid from Michigan State has the V underneath there. You saw that?
Yeah.
I respect it, but it's disgusting.
Until next Tuesday night, we are the Audible. Thanks, everybody. Hey, guys, we're still live. We are still live.
What happens next Tuesday?
press no?
What do we become?
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, James Rainey, Andrew Griffith, Humphreys,
My man, James
D.
and Andrew,
Smith,
man, you guys are the best.
Jake Baker. Good showing, guys.
I can't get the comments on my phone. I got to fix something. I would love to hear
I got it.
Andrew and James and